Hey guys, I'm back with another redstone video, and what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be doing a main focus on lighting and how it's applied, because I've had some people ask me how this works. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start out with daylight sensor lighting. This primarily will work for farms so that they get light at night in case there's areas where there's not enough light, because if there's not enough light, sometimes the crops have been known to uproot. So the main way you're going to fix this is you're going to... Actually, I don't need the potato anymore, but I will need a building block. You are going to need a daylight sensor, a few pieces of redstone, a redstone torch, and depending upon how long you want the lighting to go, you may need repeaters. So as you can tell, about halfway, I'm going to put repeaters in just in case. But what you can do is, when that becomes nighttime, these lights will turn on. Meanwhile, we'll go back and watch that at nighttime, but meanwhile, I'm going to come in here and show you. This house is dark, and mobs, and as I was probably thinking, have spawned in here. You don't want that, but you can also do what I showed you outside to link up the redstone. But wouldn't it be cool if you could just have a switch and just turn it on? So what you're gonna need to do is have it high up, but down low enough so that you have room to work, and high enough to be out of people's way when they come in. And what we're going to do is I'm going to show you several ways that we can do this. Now, it does not necessarily mean you have to do it this way if you're building this type of house that you see. If it's a little bit different, you're more than welcome. I mean, you could always just use glowstone if you want, but I think it's kind of cool that you can have the ability to just turn lights on and off when you want. Now, the way this works is I'm going to do every other one. Actually, I'm going to get that here, and redstone lamps there and there. Now, you don't have to do this pattern specifically, but what you can do is, I'm just going to do a small scale lighting, just so that you can get the basic concept of it, is you're going to need to link this redstone somewhere. It could be anywhere, but it will be linked to a switch. The main thing is that you're going to have redstone connecting all this together, whether it's through repeaters to continue the signal or strengthen it, or or through just making them very small, or you can have flickering lights if you hook it up to a redstone clock. If you don't know how to make one, I have a previous redstone tutorial that you can look at for that. They're quite fascinating, though. Now, the main part is that this is all going to be hooked up, and it's going to be linked to a switch down here, which I will start doing right now. It's gonna spread out farther off to the sides. So I'm just gonna put these here. Now what I'm going to do is do this. Now I could put the repeaters in there like I did, but then I realized that's just gonna come back around and make a clock and then they won't turn off. But what you can do is I'm putting that there and there. It's all going to come back to this set point here. Now, how am I going to get this lighting to go vertically? Well, there's many ways you can do it. You can just build around a coil as it goes up. But for me, it's much easier than you think. Oh, see, it's the perfect type for it. Now, the lights turn on when you want them to, and you can turn them off. You can also, if you're afraid of accidentally taking out these redstone things, you can always cover them up. I mean, to make it look nice, I usually do. So, what you're gonna do, you could do it with whatever best fits in. It may not necessarily be oak because you're what you're doing with the wood, or you may not even be using wood. You may be using obsidian, heck, even diamond blocks. It all depends, but that may not. It's pretty much at this point what you do to cover it up is all up to you. Now, what I can do I find that. Now, I've expanded this a little bit, but, now what you will need to know is that do not put any redstone that feeds back into that piece right there, because that will create a redstone clock, um, and it will keep this thing lit no matter what. Ever since once you turn it on, it will always be lit, and that will be a problem if there's ever a time that you want to turn it off. So what I'm going to do is just finish off this, and I'm going to put in repeaters because, well, and there are many different patterns. Just make sure that when you do it, that you don't have repeaters sending the signal back to where the switch is, otherwise it will just make an infinite signal that's just going around and around and causes it to stay on permanently. So, because I've had people who've done that, and like, I got it to go on, but it won't turn off. So at this point, I could turn it on and show you, but I mean, I'd rather have a big finale. It's kind of dark up here, but hopefully, not even sure if it's nighttime yet. Should get out the clock. According to the clock, it's nighttime. I'm gonna stop this for a second, so I can go show you that the daylight sensor is now working and its lights on. The crops have started to grow, and some are ready to be picked up. And so that will just turn on when it's nighttime. Or, if I were to get rid of that, it does not give off a charge in nighttime. So that's why it's called the daylight sensor. But this pretty much makes it the reverse, so that it will give off a charge in nighttime rather than in daytime. This little device here. I've used that in several builds, and and hopefully it will help you make whatever you're building in Minecraft. I gotta finish with the redstone. Actually, I'm gonna leave that spot open. You'll see why in a second. I have to get down. And I don't want to break this. Now that I think about it, I could put that there. I could get down another way. I'll ender pearl down. How about that? Go away, zombie. Stop knocking at the door. No one's here. Hopefully that's enough to reach over here. Now we should be able to flip on the switch. And all the lights come on. No more of you spawning here inside my house. Anyway, hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope it was helpful in finding out how to put redstone lighting inside your house. If you'd like me to do any more things related to redstone, let me know in the comments section down below. Also, you can leave feedback there if you want to. It would be greatly appreciated. And yeah. And this thing for some reason went out. Hold on. Let's see. Why did it go out? That's what I want to know. I don't know why, but it did. Oh. It's still dark out if you ask me, but apparently the slightest touch of light will make this thing, will set this thing off. So that's another thing that we both just discovered. It's very sensitive. It doesn't have to fully light out. It can just be partially light out, and it will still go off and activate. Anyway, now I'm gonna end off the video. Hope you guys enjoyed.